Hello meat folks, welcome to Okmulgee, Oklahoma. Today we're going to visit our friends from Loop Square Meat Company. Let's go see and discover this plant. Now we're here at the Loop Square Meat Company. We're gonna meet Trent. He's gonna show us this brand new plant here in Okmulgee Nation. Let's go meet Trent. Hi Trent, how you doing?
Hey, doing good, Francisco. Good to meet you. Welcome to the Okmulgee Nation Reservation.
Show me what you got.
All right, let's go take a look. So I'm the director of the Division of Ag and Natural Resources here for the Muskogee Creek Nation. We're here right in the heart of the Muskogee Nation Reservation in eastern Oklahoma. This is our meat processing facility. It's called Loop Square Meat Company. We're a 25,000 square foot USDA inspected facility. We primarily process beef and pork, but we do also process sheep and goats under inspection. So we have a few customers that'll bring us sheep and goats, but primarily we're doing beef, both for outside customers. That's kind of what we've got going on here. The kill floor is back on the back side of the building, and then they work into the big cooler. It's kind of an L shape, and it goes into the processing floor. We've got a lot of value add capacity. We've got 7 truck smokehouse capacity. We've got the mounting smokers, which are doing a really good job for us. We've got a dry aging room where we put our higher quality cuts of beef to dry age, and our customers really like that as well. We have a lot of cool production capabilities there on the floor, and I'm excited to show you guys. We've got traps in all the floor vents. As you can see, all the floor drains have big traps in them, so almost no solids get out, but any that do, there's a settling tank outside and a kind of a chopper, and then it goes to a 3 holding tank wastewater system and aeration system. So this is the smoke room. So everything comes out of the smoker here. We've got 6 truck capacity in here. So we've got a 2 truck and a 4 truck. So we can run 6 trucks in here, bring them in here to cool down, and then that room through there is where we'll put the second roll stock, to where we'll be able to do all of our cooked packaging in here. But primarily bacons right now. We've got a few custom orders. You can see there's some bologna hanging back there. There's some hams here on the side. But most of it right now is, all this over here is bacon for retail. So we also have a retail store out front, which probably is about half of our volume we do for retail. We bring in product from outside, and like I said before, we bring in our own beefs as well and process those and put those out on the retail shelf. So customers can come and get a product that they know we've put a lot of time and effort into. They can always drive right by and see where it's raised, which customers really think is neat. Especially nowadays, it seems like people are wanting more of a story. So we process a lot of our own for the retail store, and we also, probably about half our volume is for custom customers as well, either inspected, so they're selling their beef products to other customers, or custom exempt, which is where they just buy an animal and bring it to us, and we cut it up to feed their family.
I think I want the people to see that it's not only beef, it's not only pork, it's right. tribal foods.
Yeah, so we actually do get a lot of questions about that. People think that we only serve beef. And so one of the things that we pride ourselves on is we offer a little bit of everything. We've got some frozen produce, some canned produce. During the summer, we offer some fresh produce. We've got spices and bread mixes and flour and rice and softy corn over there, which is a traditional Creek food. So a lot of the tribes had a Creek-based soup meal. Corn was important to a lot of native folks, but softy is what the Creeks call it, and so we're able to go get softy corn. And of course, we have a variety of beef here. Of course, we have pork as well, chicken that's fresh and frozen. Then we have our bagged meals and our ready-to-eat meals and things like that. So we really have a pretty big variety.
You told me you went to Oklahoma State University. Mm-hmm. I asked you that earlier.
Yes.
But I think you could have gone somewhere else. You could have stayed and worked for another company, but you decided to come back.
Yeah, so I love where I'm from. You know, and I think that, like a lot of folks, there were a lot of other options out there. I did go to Oklahoma State for my undergrad, and then I got my master's from OU in public administration. But like I said, growing up, service to our people has always been important to me. I'm Shawnee, and my one of the Shawnee folks from long ways back was Tecumseh, and he says, one of his quotes is to make your life long and its purpose in the service of your people. And my grandpa, who's one of the guys that I, of course, really look up to, like most of us, he was on our tribe's business committee, and he worked for our tribe for a long time. So serving Indian country is always something that I plan to come back and do. I wanted to help nation build and to help tribal communities grow and to help grow economies and serve more people. And so I'm really fortunate to get to do what I do. I get to dabble in a lot of stuff, from ranching and hunting and conservation, and you know, building our land base, and then of course providing food and food sovereignty. And I get to work in policy. That's the cool thing about working in Indian country is there's a lot of work to do, and not a whole lot of us here to do it a lot of times. So I'm really fortunate to get to come back and work in my community, and I'm really passionate about the people here. I want to see them succeed. I want to see other kids like me that grew up and there weren't seemingly a lot of options to know that, hey, your tribe's building options. You know, there wasn't a lot of places for folks that were interested in meat or food processing to go when I was growing up. And of course there's cattle ranches, but we all know that there's not a whole lot of jobs on a cow ranch. And so I think the cool thing about the tribes now growing these agriculture and food initiatives is it gives some of us kids that grew up in rural America that look around and don't see a whole lot of jobs, know that we can go and get our educations and get some experience and come back here and work here and serve here and grow our families here and have a place to be proud of. So I'm honored to play a part in that. You know, the term I use is nation building, and certainly the nation was here before me, but it's cool to be able to play a small part in building nations and in growing communities and helping strengthen these local and regional food networks as well. So, you know, it's full circle. It's bringing kids back here. It's growing families here. It's taking care of our elders and our grandparents that are here. And I'm big on kind of staying here and fixing it. You know, if there's things we don't like about our communities, let's dig in and find ways that maybe we have to go and get educated and grow and learn, but let's come back and fix it. If there's issues that we can identify, you know, let's grit our teeth and make our place better. And if everybody does that, then everywhere's going to be a little bit better.
We want to thank you for this. I think I learned a lot, and especially it kind of resonates with me. Like, it's not only beef. It's always a story behind.
Sure.
I mean, this story, your story in the tribal nation in Muskogee, and I think we appreciate your time to show us around and show us because it doesn't stop here.
Right.
This is just the beginning, right? We have here what, a year?
Yeah, we haven't even been open a year yet. So yeah,
there's a lot more surprises, new other projects, and we want to thank you again for having us here.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys coming out. It's always a pleasure to show folks around, and you know, I have a great team and a cool job, and I'm always happy to highlight the good work that my staff does. So I appreciate you guys coming out.
Perfect. Thank you.
You bet.
So the meat looks pretty good, so you're gonna get a boneless short ribs. See how it looks pretty good. Let's see how it tastes.